Which are the most costly vehicles ever sold? There's something to be said about the presence and force costly vehicles request. We've assembled this assortment of the 30 most costly vehicles on the planet. Drive one of these terrible kids and you'll turn a great deal of heads. In the event that you could just pick one to have for a day, which one could you pick? The 30 most expensive cars in the world. The rundown of vehicles and figures referenced beneath have been assembled from different sources around the web, for example, Wikipedia, Lovely Life and Motor One. These are the 30 most costly vehicles on the world. 30. McLaren P1. Price, $1.15 million. Commencing our rundown of the 20 most costly vehicles on the planet is the McLaren P1. Following the strides of the famous McLaren F1, this restricted version mixture supercar was delivered in October 2013 by English producer McLaren Car. Strangely, 34% of all vehicles were bought by proprietors in the US, followed intently by 26% in Europe. Each of the 375 vehicles sold out inside 1 month of delivery. 29. Ferrari Leferrari. Price, $1.4 million. The principal Ferrari on our rundown is the Ferrari Leferrari, or Ferrari, the Ferrari, after interpretation. Clearly a groundbreaking head-turner, this restricted creation crossover sports vehicle was one of Ferrari's most aspiring undertakings. As per Ferrari, the objective with this vehicle was to push all the previous limits of innovation in a street vehicle. It's staggering, that is without a doubt. 28. Zenvo TS1 GT. Price, $1.9 million. Worked by Danish Car, the Zenvo TS1 GT is a restricted version creation sports vehicle. First revealed at the 2016 Geneva Engine Show, the organization just arrangement to deliver 5 vehicles for each year to look after selectiveness. Sharing a comparable body shape and frame with its archetype, the ST1, the Zenvo TS1 has a redesigned inside and a 5.8-liter twin supercharged V8 motor. With a sticker price of $1.9 million, the Zenvo is the 18th most costly vehicle on the world. 27. Koenigsegg 1. Price, $2 million. Considered as the universe's first Uber vehicle by Koenigsegg themselves, the Koenigsegg 1 has a 5.0-liter V8 twin supermotor and creates 940 strength. The vehicle was presented in 2014 and was one of the best creation vehicle programs ever imagined in the vehicle business. Another costly games vehicle from Koenigsegg, however, certainly justified regardless of its place in our rundown of most costly vehicles on the world. 26. McLaren Speedtail. Price, $2.2 million. The McLaren Speedtail is a restricted creation crossover sports vehicle, and the 4th expansion in the McLaren Extreme arrangement. The vehicle is likewise essential for McLaren's Track 22 field-tested strategy, whereby the organization will dispatch 18 new half-breed vehicles or subordinates, and become totally cross-breed by 2022. The Speedtail has a 4.0-liter M840T twin turbocharged V8 motor with equal crossover framework E-motor, letting out 1,035 horsepower. In case you're keen on purchasing a Speedtail, it'll set you back a cool $2.2 million USD. 25. Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. Price, $2.2 million. This current one's a wonder. Lamborghini said that this vehicle will reclassify the eventual fate of super games vehicles. Making its presentation at the 2010 Paris Engine Show, the Sesto Elemento is a lightweight track-just vehicle, that its name references the nuclear number of carbon, in acknowledgement of the vehicle's inescapable utilization of carbon fiber. The Sesto Elemento is furnished with a 6-speed self-loader transmission and a 5.2-liter V10 motor. Maximum velocity, 210 miles per hour. With a sticker price of $2.2 million, the Elemento is the 25th most costly vehicle on the world. 24. Ferrari Leferrari Aperta. Price, $2.2 million. It's nothing unexpected to see another Ferrari on the rundown. They've generally made a portion of the world's most costly vehicles. Truth be told, this time it's the Ferrari Leferrari Aperta, an expanded variant of its archetype, delivered to observe Ferrari's 70th year in business. On the off chance that you like the Leferrari, at that point you will adore this open-top hypercar, as it's pretty much a similar vehicle yet on steroids. As per Ferrari, all units were at that point pre-offered to a selective rundown of clients through greeting. 23. Aston Martin Vulcan. Price, $2.3 million. The Aston Martin Vulcan is one of the most extraordinary hypercars to be constructed. A great complete of 24 were fabricated, and the vehicle was created for track-just driving. It has been accounted for, notwithstanding that a portion of the vehicles were changed over for road utilized later on. The Vulcan is fueled by a normally suctioned 7.0-liter V12 motor, making 800 horsepower. You might have bought an Aston Martin Vulcan for $2.3 million USD when the vehicle was initially promoted. 22. Mercedes-AMG 1. Price, $2.5 million. To praise their 50th birthday celebration, the folks at Mercedes-Benz AMG chose to make quite a mixture sports vehicle. Uncovered at the 2017 Worldwide Engine Show in Germany, the AMG 1 sold out of each of the 275 units and won't make anything else to protect selectiveness. Selling out so rapidly may have something to do with Lewis Hamilton assisting with building up the vehicle, or its 1.6-liter turbocharged 90-degree V6 motor that delivers a maximum velocity of 217 miles per hour. The AMG 1 show up at 22nd on this rundown of the most costly vehicles on the world. 21. Ferrari F60 America. Price, $2.6 million. The Ferrari F60 America is one of the somewhat more seasoned vehicles on this rundown. At the center, this is an open-bested form of the F12 Berlinetta, which Ferrari delivered to celebrate its 60th year in North America. Other than being an open-top vehicle, there are a few minor restorative changes which vary to the normal F12 Berlinetta. The nose, entryways, and wings have a marginally unique styling. The paint tone is that of North America Dashing Group attire, and the inside has additionally been revamped to coordinate the name. The first cost of the F60 America was $2.6 million USD. 20. Aston Martin Valkyrie. Price, $2.6 million. The principal vehicle on our rundown that is the aftereffect of a joint effort between various producers. English car producer Aston Martin collaborated with Red Bull Hustling and a few different makers to make this monster. Created as a track-situated street vehicle, it currently holds the title of the quickest road lawful vehicle on the planet. It houses a 6.5-liter suction V12 motor custom made by Cosworth and has a force yield of 1,130 horsepower. Just 150th street vehicles have been made. 19. Leferrari FXXK. Price, $2.7 million. Planned by Marco Fainello, Flavio Manzoni and engineer Evan Rodriguez, the FXXK depends out and about legitimate Leferrari. The FXXK is Ferrari's innovative work vehicle. The K alludes to the Dynamic Energy Recuperation Framework, KERS, which is utilized to augment execution. A sum of 40 vehicles were delivered between 2015 to 2017 and are being held and kept up by Ferrari, accessible for their proprietors to use on target days. Maximum velocity: 217 miles per hour. 18. Koenigsegg Jesco. Price, $2.8 million. The Koenigsegg Jesco is a restricted creation mid-motor games vehicle, first presented at the 2019 Geneva Engine Show. The name Jesco honors the organization originator's dad, Jesco von Koenigsegg. Worked as an elite track dashing vehicle, the Jesco has a 5.0-liter twin turbocharged V8 motor, pushing 1,281 horsepower ordinary fuel, and 1,603 horsepower E85. The Jesco has a sticker price of $2.8 million USD. 17. Ferrari Pinaforina Sergio. Price, $3 million. At 17th, is the Ferrari Pinaforina Sergio. Presented as an idea vehicle in 2013, the Pinaforina Sergio was revealed at the 2013 Geneva Engine Show. It was an accolade for the previous administrator of the organization and Sergio Pinaforina, the amazing car planner who passed on a year prior. The plan depended on the Ferrari 458 Arachnid. Just 6 were made and all offered to a gathering of high total assets people. 16. Bugatti Chiron Puresport. Price, $3.3 million. The Bugatti Chiron Pure Game is a restricted run creation vehicle, restricted to 60. It was first appeared to the world in WAC 2020, and is basically a dealing with centered variant of the ordinary Chiron. It's a lot lighter than the first 50 kilograms, more streamlined, and highlights both front and back enemy of move bars. The Chiron Pure Game is recorded at $3.3 million USD, making it the 16th most costly vehicle on the world. 15. Bugatti Veyron by Mansouri Vivere. Price, $3.4 million. What a delight. The restricted release Bugatti Veyron Mansouri Vivere is simply exquisite. The vehicle was displayed on the Amazing Games Vitesse Roadster and has a 8.0 LW16 motor that produces 1,200 horsepower. It's probably the quickest vehicle on the planet, and the first form was named the Vehicle of the Decade 2000 to 2009. Arriving at a maximum velocity of 253 miles per hour, it holds firm at number 8 on our rundown of most costly vehicles. 14. Lykan Hypersport. Price, $3.4 million. Goodness, simply amazing. Take a gander at it. Words can't portray how decent this is. It's the result of W Engines, a Lebanese engine organization that worked together with both Lebanese and Italian architects. The Hypersport was the principal vehicle on the planet to have headlights encrusted with jewels, 15 CTS. Purchasers likewise had the selection of rubies, yellow jewels, and sapphires. The twin super Maybach mounted 3.8-liter motor produces 780 strength and 708 pound-feet of force. All that force implies the vehicle can arrive at paces of up to 240 miles per hour. 13. Pagani Huayra BC. Price, $3.5 million. One of the most costly vehicles ever planned, the Pagani Huayra BC is genuinely an epic car achievement. Enlivened by the Zonda R, and highlighting sideways opening entryways, Pagani has likewise expanded the force, changed the undercarriage and slows down, and incorporated another 7-speed crossover gearbox. It gets its name from one of Pagani's unique speculators, Benny KOLDAH, who was likewise the main Pagani client and companion of the organizer. With a 6.0-liter twin super V12 motor, it's anything but difficult to perceive how this supercar can get up to velocities of 261 miles per hour. 12. McLaren P1 LM. Price, $3.6 million. The McLaren P1 LM is pretty much a road-legitimate adaptation of the track-just McLaren P1 GTR. Linzante, an English firm, purchased the first P1 and changed over it available to be purchased. 6 LMs were made altogether. 5 were offered to private purchasers and a 6th, codenamed XP1LM, the model P1 LM, is currently being utilized for advancement and testing purposes. The P1 LM includes a bigger twin turbocharged V8 motor than the P1 and P1 GTR and arrives at a restricted maximum velocity of 214 miles per hour. With a sticker price of $3.6 million, the P1 LM is the 12th most costly vehicle on the world. 11. Lamborghini Chiron. Price, $3.6 million. The Lamborghini Chiron is a restricted creation run of 63 vehicles, which have now totally been sold. Lamborghini have assembled the Chiron as a crossover supercar, which is a 6.5-liter V12 motor and additional electric engine. This is the absolute first half-breed vehicle that Lamborghini have sold, and each vehicle will be exclusively modified by the inclinations of the proprietor. The first deal cost of the Chiron was $3.6 million USD. 10. Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus. Price, $4 million. The Bugatti Chiron Super Game 300 Plus was restricted to 30 creation vehicles, and this model implies something beyond another magnificent presentation of Bugatti craftsmanship. Bugatti really turned into the main maker to cross the 300 miles per hour blemish on a track in Germany. The vehicle that oversaw it was a redesigned form of the Bugatti Chiron, arriving at 304.77 miles per hour. Thus Bugatti chose to deliver and sell a predetermined number of these redesigned Chiron models, which join a tuned adaptation of the first vehicle's quad super 8.0-liter W16 motor, creating 1,578 bhp. Each of the 30 models have now been sold, and the costs began from €3.5 million, $4 million USD. 9. Lamborghini Veneno Roadster. Price, $4.5 million. Lamborghini's toxic veneno breaks the main 10. Veneno implies toxin or toxic substance in Spanish, and the vehicle absolutely emits a fatal presence. In view of the Aventador, the Veneno was made to observe Lamborghini's 50th commemoration and was presented at the 2013 Geneva Engine Show. It can arrive at 60 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds, and its sticker price makes it one of the most costly creation vehicles on the planet. 8. Koenigsegg Ccx Artravita. Price, $4.8 million. Planned to be restricted to just 3 units, the Ccx Artravita cost such a great amount to make, Koenigsegg chose to make the vehicle significantly more elite and cut off the number to only 2. A portion of its highlights incorporate a precious stone weave carbon fiber finish, an exceptional two-fold carbon back wing, in-call exhaust framework, carbon-fired brakes with ABS and a tire-observing framework. The vehicle included above is from Floyd Mayweather's very own assortment. It has a maximum velocity of 254 miles per hour. 7. Pagani Huayra Imola. Price, $5.4 million. The 7th most costly vehicle on the planet is the Pagani Huayra Imola, which is restricted to only 5 creation vehicles. It was reported back in September 2019, and from that point forward Pagani have delivered more specialized subtleties. The twin super 6.0-liter V12 motor created by Mercedes-AMG explicitly for Pagani now siphons out a bewildering 827 strength and 811 pound-feet, making the Imola more impressive than the Huayra BC. The Imola is recorded at a cost tag of €5 million, $5.41 million USD. 6. Bugatti Devo. Price, $5.8 million. The Bugatti Devo is a mid-motor games vehicle created with a track-centered methodology and fabricated by Bugatti Autos SAS. It was named after French hustling driver Albert Devo, who won the Targa Florio race twice during the 1920s for Bugatti. As per Bugatti, the Devo is the most lithe and dynamic vehicle they've ever made. Restricted to 40 units, the vehicle was pre-sold before the public introduction to Chiron proprietors through exceptional greeting by the sellers. It sold out in its first day of accessibility. Maximum velocity, a decreased 236 miles per hour. 5. Mercedes-Benz Maybach Accelero. Price, $8 million. In runner-up on our rundown of most costly vehicles is the Maybach Accelero from Mercedes-Benz. Notwithstanding its unconventional looks, it's quite a superior 4-seater sports vehicle with V12 twin supermotor. It was appointed by a German auxiliary of Goodyear, KOLDAH, to test their new Accelero tire range. The Accelero included in one of Jay-Z's music recordings and was bought by rapper Birdman as indicated by Top Stuff. It has a great maximum velocity of 213 miles per hour. 4. Bugatti Centodieci. Price, $9 million. It's obvious to see a ton of thought has gone into Bugatti's Centodieci model. The vehicle gives proper respect to the Bugatti EB110 and is a festival of the Bugatti Marque's 110th birthday celebration. The Centodieci weighs 20 kilograms, not exactly the Chiron, and has a 8,000cc quad turbocharged W16 motor, appraised at 1,578 horsepower. Creation of the Centodieci will be restricted to 10 units valued at €8 million, $9 million USD each. 3. Rolls-Royce Sweptail. Price, $13 million. Third put on our rundown of the most costly vehicles is the thing that must be depicted as one dazzling bit of handmade wizardry. A force to be reckoned with of car plan and designing, the Rolls-Royce Sweptail is an erratic extravagance harmony made in the assembled realm by Rolls-Royce engine vehicles. Authorized in 2013 for a super yacht and airplane-trained professional, whose character Rolls-Royce doesn't disclose. The Sweptail made its presentation as the most costly new vehicle on the planet at the yearly Concorso d'Eleganza Estate d'Estoccasion in 2017. It outperformed every one of its adversaries and stays one of the most costly vehicles ever sold. 2. Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta. Price, $17 million. The Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta is the second most costly vehicle on the planet. It adds on to the generally fantastic tradition of the Pagani Zonda, and highlights a somewhat interesting look. The back tires are somewhat covered via carbon fiber, the breeze shield is more modest than expected, and the vehicle itself is roofless. The Barchetta tops at 789 bhp with a maximum velocity of 221 miles per hour. It is the quickest, and most impressive Zonda model ever delivered. It's protected to state this vehicle as a wondrous thing. Despite the fact that this is the second most costly vehicle on this rundown, it actually has an absurd sticker price of $17 million USD. 1. Bugatti La Voiture Noire. Price, $18.7 million. The Bugatti La Voiture Noire is the most costly vehicle on the planet. It's a piece of Bugatti's arrangements to fabricate two custom vehicles consistently. Just a single Noire will be assembled, and it's pretty provocative, we think. Despite the fact that previously referenced in 2019, Bugatti said it required another 2.5 years to wrap up building the vehicle. Bragging a maximum velocity 261 miles per hour, and 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds, that is quite a surge. Bugatti have states that an unknown purchaser has bought the vehicle at the $18.7 million sticker price, which is after assessment. Pre-charge, the vehicle is worth around $12.4 million USD. We trust you making the most of our rundown of the most costly vehicles ever sold. We partook in assembling this rundown and hoping to get a couple of these ourselves. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much, have a good day.